Aerospace began as a research and development program at Purdue University back in 2015. Uniquely that time, 2015, was really when microsatellites and small satellites started to make a really big play in industry and commercialization. And there was this really big issue that they encountered when actually trying to get to space. Launched at that time, and to this day is very difficult for those smaller payloads. And that really motivated us and set us on the journey to solving the small satellite launch problem. Our vision is to make it as easy to put a microsatellite into space as it is to ship a package across the country. And that's why we're developing a dedicated launch service for microsatellites. No more ride sharing, no more hitchhiking.
Right now at Leo Aerospace, we are in the prototype development phase, in which it's a very exciting and fun time when we can iterate very quickly. We can take a design and test it and see what are the flaws with it, and within a week, redesign, rebuild, and retest, and improve our system constantly. Our problem, trying to have a dedicated launch service for 25 kilograms to low Earth orbit, requires such a new solution to be able to effectively deliver the results that our customers want. And that's why our system that we're developing has been a fun challenge to try to look at how do we take this old idea and actually apply it into a usable form that could benefit customers and be commercially viable.
For the RCS system, the thrusters behind us were custom designed, and part of the reason for that was due to the short timeline that we had. It was going to be really hard to actually procure a rotational control thruster from a subcontractor. And then on top of that, the cost was just going to be extremely high. So it was easier for us to actually go through design and get our custom machine parts and then install it on the craft ourselves.
We constantly are running into walls that we have to figure out how to solve in a unique way that wouldn't be the traditional approach, because we just don't have the time or the resources to do it the same way as someone else would.
One of the biggest successes that we've had as a company is that we were issued the very first authorization by the FAA to launch a high-power rocket from a reusable balloon platform. What this means is that the regulatory work that we've been working on over the past couple months has come to fruition, and that also gives us a really clear pathway for regulation in the future. One of the key features of the vehicle behind me is that it can fly itself autonomously. We've got a variety of sensors pulling in information during the flight. It kind of crunches its own numbers and determines whether to burn or not, and in doing so it's able to ascend up to any desired altitude that we want and hold that altitude.
I think it's incredible that 5 people with this sort of vision and not much money, not much time, not many resources available can just use intuition and innovation and hard work and just make it happen.
Honestly, it can be very daunting to be pursuing the development of an aerospace vehicle. When the rocket finally launched off the balloon, it was an incredible weight off of our shoulders, having this 8-week timeline for development, testing, including all the rebuilds and challenges that we had to overcome. When we were finally able to execute on our goal on the day that we set forward without having a launch slip, that was
momentous,
so sick,
astounding,
dramatic,
dope,
relieving,
awe-inspiring.
It was months of hard work finally paying off.